We had visited Sarah's site previously. It's going to be an easy delivery. We met with her contractor, going to be a 2% grade up to her site. We're going to be able to back it in, we're going to be able to set it down and drive out, drop it off. It's going to go smooth and fast. And here at Container Masters, that doesn't happen every day, so I'm looking forward to something easy and simple. We got Sarah's unit loaded on the trailer. We got her unit prepped for delivery. We jumped in the semi for our 10-hour trek to Colorado. But you know what? It was 70 degrees yesterday, and it's 12 degrees this morning. I think the cold literally follows me around.
So it turns out Sarah's delivery was nowhere near as easy as expected. They're talking about 12 to 17 inches of snow.
We left Archie, Missouri. We went to Colorado. We got within a half a mile of her site. We pulled off on the shoulder to park the truck for the night. Had a guy from the State Department come over, and he starts telling us about how they're supposed to get 12 to 18 inches of snow overnight.
I honestly believe at this point, it's going to be impossible to deliver Sarah's home.
With a massive snowstorm in the forecast, hopes for an easy delivery are fading fast.
Great to see you, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How was the
Hey,
drive?
good to see you. How are you?
Good, good. You made it.
We made it, and it was crazy. It was a long drive. Got here last night, had a great spot to park your home. We were gonna park it out on the highway in front of that gas station. We talked to the guy that worked there, and he casually says, "Good luck with that," and he laughed. I was like, "What?" He says, "We're supposed to get 12 inches of snow." I was like, "You've gotta be kidding me." So we knew for a fact we had to get the unit out of there and up here, because the guy that plows the road said if you leave it there, basically it's going to get snowed in because the plow's going to come by, throw all that snow up against it. We're going to have 4 feet of snow against your home, and it's going nowhere.
Jim and Robert soon discover another wrench in their plans.
First off, she actually moved her home site. It was supposed to be in one spot, but was physically moved to a completely different spot. This grade is off from what we thought, right, Robert? We were thinking
a little steeper than we were planning.
We were supposed to have a nice, easy grade to go up to her pad site. It was nothing but easy. It was 4 to 5 times steeper than we expected. So what we got is we got the home here, it's on the road. We got an excavator down there. We're gonna back this baby in, Sarah's home, right up this incredibly, a little bit dicey driveway. The number one thing we did not want to happen was to have a delivery with snow, because we know Colorado weather changes all the time. So we're here, and guess what? It's snowing. Sarah, you are minutes away from getting your home up this hill.
Yes!
All right, so that's the plan. Let's get her done. The home is not in the site yet. We still have to get up this hill with an excavator.
The mix of rain, snow, and sleet seems to be relentless with no end in sight.
So we're getting ready to put the chain through the bucket of the excavator and just pull it up the hill.
Sarah's dream is now at the mercy of the weakest link in a single steel chain. The excavator attempts to move a 30,000-pound home up a steeper than expected slick, muddy incline.
It just got stuck at the bottom end, it looks like. It's a little too steep.
No, that doesn't look good.
After failing once, they reset and try again.
We're getting there inch by inch. That's the name of the game. We're getting her on boom so we can try to slide it back. Let's see if we can either get it where it goes or drop it on the ground. So basically we got to get the back end set on the foundation, because we're going to have to set it in here at an angle, and when he picks it up and moves the front over onto the piers, we don't want the back slipping off, because the plumbing's right under the back. So if it slips off, it crush the plumbing.
With chains securing the home to the excavator, one wrong move could spell disaster.
We've got one corner pretty much where it needs to be, but the other one is off. We need to somehow get it straightened out where both corners are perfectly where they need to be on the concrete pads that have the steel plates on them.
As chains and excavator are repositioned, decades of experience begin to pay off. Inch by inch, the crew carefully positions Sarah's home in place.
Robert had an idea for him just to literally jerk the bucket literally with the chain on it, attached to the home, and jerked it and slid it right into place. So we're gonna check the back end one more time. After that, it's welding time.
Can't believe this day has finally come. Like looking at it today, it looks way prettier than when I saw it even in the warehouse. It just shows like, I mean, this is a culmination of like over 20 people's work. It's really exciting, and I'm like so excited to move in and live here.
We're done with the excavator. Welcome home, Sarah. Enjoy it.
And with one word, John captures the emotion of every crew member.